Hello, hello, hello. As you're jumping on, say hello. Let me know that you are here. Let me know how your weekend has been, how your energy is. Let me know what you are calling in this week. What are you manifesting? What are you calling in for the month of September? Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing, my beautiful goddess? So as you're jumping on, just say hello. Let me know that you are here. And let me know what your intentions are for the week and what you would like to call in for the month of September. So I've got two screens kind of going on here. Ooh, because I realized that every time I'm going live in the group, I am not able to get comments. I'm not being able to see comments. So it's a little bit of an annoyance because I love to chit chat with you. Hello, Mandy. Beautiful, calling in clarity, peace, and alignment. So I'm just like, I'm in the group and I'm on my personal page. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Robin. Woohoo, I'm seeing comments in the group. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I kind of jumped on live earlier this week and kind of just shared a little bit of insight around like the canceling of last weekend's intuitive card pull. And it really just was, you know what, I was just not in the energy to do it. And so therefore I just didn't. I took the time for myself and just did some grounding and some goddess work. Thank you, Robin. It's like, seriously, I have been in the outdoors every single day this week, just absorbing it all and soaking it all in. We are in the final week of the Forest Femme program, and it has literally just refilled my cup. And really, I think it like expanded my cup as well. Like, it's like, I'm just in such a beautiful place. And I've really been guided to share some more of my story and more of my expansion with you guys all, but I'm going to be saving that for a different live, because today we are coming, like, you know, this week we are coming into a new month. We are coming into September. So we are, and you know what? There is a full moon, right? There's a full moon. It's the beginning of the month. It's just like, you know, September is a month of shift and change and new beginnings for so many things, with school starting back differently. Differently than it has looked in the past for most people. But energetically, there is a lot of shifts coming through as well. So I really just wanted to focus more on the global consciousness and the global shifting instead of just kind of getting into a little bit more of a personal conversation. So that is going to be coming up later on in this week, probably Tuesday evening in the group Soul Filled Society. If you are not a part of it yet, I really invite you into this space. This is where we dive a little bit deeper below the surface level, and I share, you know, insights and clarity and a lot more of my own personal journey with you. Hello, Laura. Hello, Kristen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Carolyn, I love that you were calling in an amazing job opportunity, and I know that it is coming in for you. Like, I know it's coming in for you. I'm just going to shift this over here because I've got all of the cameras over here, and it's easier just to look in one direction than to be looking all over the place, right? So September, let us start with the energy insight and what September is bringing, and I invite you guys to share out the group. I invite you guys to share. If you guys are on my personal page, I invite you to share out the live, and let's just spread the insight and the knowledge to as many people as we can, just because who wouldn't like a heads up of what is coming? What is the forecast? What are we going to be coming up against? But what are we also going to be supported and embraced with in the upcoming month? Knowing energy and how to work with it, regardless if it is more of a scientific backing for you or a spiritual understanding. If you are at the beginning of your journey, if you are advanced at your journey, understanding energy and how it personally affects you can really transform every aspect and area of your life. So I like to share these energy reports because I feel like they give you, like, it's kind of like opening the curtain and you see what is coming along and what your strengths are. Like, how can I make this work for me in the best way possible? Right? Who doesn't like that? Like, who doesn't like that? Take your future into your own hands. Work with the energy and amplify it to reap beautiful rewards and success. Right? When we know what the energy is, and we know, if it's wanting us to shed things, if we are meant to be releasing things, and we understand kind of like the ebbs and flows of our own personal energy. And it's just like, where did this come from? Like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I thinking about something that happened 10 years ago that just doesn't make sense now? When we understand the conscious energy, the energy on a global level, it starts to make a little bit more sense on why we are shedding things the way that we are shedding things. So I just like to share these energy reports with you to kind of just give you a little bit of support and insight, but also empowerment, right? Empowerment. Because we get to choose the steps that we take. We get to choose the work that we are going to do. We are going to choose how long we sit in a certain space. We choose how we let it affect us. So I am sharing this with you to help you take your power back. Take your power back, right? So Carolyn, yes, please, want to grab all that energy, my personal energy, inner goddess. Yes, you make it work for you. You have that power. And the more insight we have, right, on how this energy is working, the grander the scale that we have to create something new and beautiful. It's all about being empowered these days. It really, really is, Robin. Like, it really, really is. Finding our truth, finding our voice, and leading ourselves. Not being the sheep, not doing what society thinks we should do, but do what we want to do, what our heart is calling us to do, what our soul is calling us to do. Being, the odd person out, because we know that is our purpose. We know that there is bringing change. We know that is what our soul mission is. And being okay with it. Because the more that we step out and the more that we shine our lights, the more we empower and inspire those around us to do the same. And when we are all lit up, when we are all living our truth, that is when we are going to have this epic shift of creating unity, creating balance, creating equality among everybody. We start as individuals, we rise into the group, and we bring it into the global consciousness. We bring it into humanity, and that's how that's how it works. It's the ripple effect. One small step for us, right? What is like one small step for man, right? One giant leap for mankind. Like, it's really, that's how we need to live our lives. No matter how small our movement, no matter how small the work is that we feel like we're doing, the scale of the ripple effect that it has is really beyond our logical mind to comprehend. Every little thing has the power to turn into something big. Right? I do have the power. I honestly manifested my job, my way out of the old job. You did. It's just the universe is clearing out. It's clearing out the old paradigms. It's clearing out the old beliefs. It's clearing out all of the shit that is not working. So we can do the damn things that we are here to do, right? We are here to make those leaps. We are here to make these like massive shifts. We are here to move at a hyper speed and change the world. Let's do this, okay? Let's do this. So September, you need to chat with me. Get in my inbox. Let's chat. So September 2020 is a big, bold month with some really strong cosmic energy. The main feature of this month is the Mars retrograde, which begins on the 9th and lasts until November. And hello, Alice. Mandy, I'm so glad that this message is connecting with you, because you are a powerhouse all of your own, making shifts, shining the light. Yes, do it. Let's amplify it, and let's really kind of like create like this shift for the ending of 2020, so that when 2021 starts, it is a completely new world, right? It is a completely new energy. We are shifting the norm. We are shedding the paradigms, the old paradigms, and we are going to celebrate a new beginning on a grand scale in 2021. Hello, Francis. Mwah. All right. So I kind of like dipped into the Mars retrograde on the energy call at the beginning of the week, but we're going to dive a little bit into it now, right? So along with the Mars retrograde, we have two major planets, Jupiter and Saturn, ending their retrograde cycles and moving forward into a new chapter with both Jupiter and Saturn. Hello, Kayla. Thank you, Francis. That is, I appreciate that so much. Both Jupiter and Saturn have been major cosmic players in the events that 2020 has brought our way. So to have them moving forward again is likely to reveal more of the story to us. So we are kind of coming into the time of heading behind the curtains, so to speak, okay? So 2020 was always destined to be a highly transformative year. And as the year comes to a close, things are really starting to amp up, right? If we could rewind and go back to the energy report for 2020, right? We knew that the old paradigm was meant to fall this year. You know, I talked about like the government's folding, the old belief systems falling away, the big corporations losing their power and losing their control. We just didn't think it was going to affect us on such a personal level as it has, but we were very much aware of the energy that was coming in with 2020 and the purpose behind it all. I think we kind of got hung up a little bit, in our own personal energies, in our own personal stories, that we might have kind of forgotten the bigger picture. So we're just kind of like bring in the reminder of that bigger picture, in September. Like I said, so we can create this like huge transformation. Really end 2020 with a bang, but in a good way, right? But in a good way. Hello, Tarly. Yes, Caleb, right? So true. So true. So things are just, they're amping up. They're amping up. We are rolling with the punches, and the shifts and the turns have not come to an end yet, right? It seems we are walking deeper into the changes and revolutions that are required to shift and elevate this planet to higher levels of consciousness. So transformation is difficult, but it's always worth it in the end. Always worth it in the end. I cannot think of a moment in my life that I'm like, I can sit here and be like, I wish it happened differently. All of the shitty things that have happened, all of the heartbreak, all of the abuse, all of the depression, all of the anxiety, all of the lessons, I would not go back and change one thing. Because I have transformed through all of them into a more empowered, self-aware, conscious being. And for that, I am thankful 1,000 times over. Right? I know I often share that. Oops, I just didn't want to do that. I've shared this like 1,000 times over, right? That I would go back and I would do everything exactly the same way to get the results that I have now and be where I am now. That when difficult situations arrive, or a little bit, I can see a little bit of the chaos kind of coming in, the transformations coming in, I get excited. I'm like, hell yes, bring it on. I get excited. Like, you know, most people are just like, oh, why is this happening to me? And I'm like, where is this taking me? Like, what is coming next? Like, I get super, super excited. And even with like my clients, when they're just like, oh, I don't get it. I'm like, it's gonna be beautiful. Ride the wave. Because what comes out the other end is always something so, so beautiful. Hello, Jen. Hello, Theo. So Kayla, some people are living two different probable timelines, one living in the old time and the others, yes. And splitting yourself between the 3D and the 5D, just trying to fit in, is going to exhaust you. It is going to drain you. We can't grow if we are living two separate lives. Right? We have to mesh. We have to be one. We have to be in our truth. We have to be our authentic selves, our authentic beings. Doing and saying the things that light us up, that feed that fire within us. Right? Things happen for us, not to us. It is seriously the most empowering mindset shift one could have for themselves. I can see this happened for this to happen, for this to happen. And because of this. But I'm fucking here, right? Like, I'm here and I love where I am. So all of that other stuff, I dissect the lessons, I put it into my bag, and I continue to walk forward. I refuse to stop and dwell and play the what I could have, I should have, I wish game. Because everything has empowered me out of the back end. Maybe not in the moment, okay? Like, maybe not in the moment. And I'm not going to say that, like, every single time I go through a transformation, I am just like, woo! No, like, you know, sometimes I'm like, I eat dirt and it sucks, right? But we need to shift our mindset around transformation, because in honest truth, the way things are right now are not working. They are not working. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. Right? So transformation requires some destruction, some chaos, and some endings in order, for the rebirth to occur. But from these ashes, we rise. We rise like the beautiful phoenix. Kristen, I love your energy. You're so bright. You too, lots of healing and transforming. Thank you. It really is. It's really like when we see the gift that is being brought to us, right? Sometimes we go through things to kind of shake us up. Maybe we've fallen back asleep and we need to be reawoken. They're just little bumps. They're just little bumps. We get over them and we continue to move forward. Right? They're not like these big, huge canyons that we fall into and we can never get out of. Right? They're just little bumps. And when we see them as that, we learn to move through them a lot faster. It's not an easy process, but it is so worth it once you get through it. It is. It is. And you will find that when you become less resistant to the transformation, when you become less resistant to the uncomfortable, the process becomes a lot easier. It's usually ourselves and our ego and putting up those walls and building that resistance that makes the journey that much more longer and that much more uncomfortable. And you know who's in charge of that? You know who gets to shift that? We do. So, even though September offers strong transformative energy, it also offers cosmic protection as well. So no matter what transpires in the months to come, the universe is shining down a protective light. We see this in the astrological alignments that take place. While we have some heavy alignments, they always seem to be met with some protection, some silver lining, and some I got your back energy from the universe. So let's look a little bit deeper into how September plays out for us, right? So September 1st over into the 2nd is the Pisces new moon. So we are starting out the new moon, or the month with a full moon. And this full moon carries an awakening energy and opens us up to new realizations and information. So this full moon may heighten, our emotions and sensitivities, especially in our relationships. If irritability or anger come up, be sure to sit with it and find healthy ways to express and work through it. It is not about suppressing or ignoring. It is about accepting and working through it, okay? September 2nd is the Sun trine Uranus. So this alignment will be activated by the full moon and brings soothing, harmonious energy. Hello, Amanda. A trine occurs when two planets are within 120 degrees of each other. The Sun trine Uranus indicates whatever comes our way under the full moon, you can offer unexpected opportunities. Here's a good example of where we are being protected. So lean into this energy by focusing on the bigger picture, especially if hardships or challenges come your way. Okay. Also on September 2nd, we have Venus opposite Saturn. And this alignment will also be triggered by the full moon and will be shining a spotlight on where we feel held back, limited, or controlled by another person or events in our lives. So this is really a glimpse of where we are giving away our power. Okay? So you may feel like something is bearing down on you or that you are being restricted. So this energy asks us to take responsibility and ownership of our actions and to put solutions into place. We are being called to step up and create long-term solutions rather than short-term fixes. This is where we look in the mirror and we're all like, I'm guilty of this, and I'm changing this, and I'm doing this. You're taking your power back. You're doing the things. This is where we shed the victim mentality and we claim our empowerment. Beautiful. So Kayla, yes, so true. Been really digging deep into my emotions from the past traumas lately. Yes. You are in an alignment with the energy and working with the flow of, the energy that is within the cosmos right now, which is super, super beautiful. Because when we are kind of like we're on the same path and we have the same awareness of the energy that is happening on an expansive scale, we like it's almost like the transformations and the transitions become a little bit easier because we are being supported on this really conscious level. It's amazing. So September 9th is when Mars goes into retrograde. And Mars enters retrograde in the sign of Aries. So Mars moves retrograde every 2 years. However, this is the first time it's going to be in Aries in over 30 years. So as Mars moves retrograde, we are going to feel things slowing down. We may feel our energy levels are a little muted, or we might start questioning whether our actions are aligned with what we truly desire for ourselves moving forward. We may also find ourselves challenging some of the goals and dreams we have held or been working towards. Okay. Hello, Melanie. Hello. Okay. I just got lost in a train of thought there. So also on September 9th, the Sun trines Jupiter. And again, the universe comes to support and protect us with his harmonious alignment that falls on the same day as the Mars station goes into retrograde. So Sun trine Jupiter is a peaceful energy that reminds us that we are powerful. We have within us the courage, the strength, and determination we need to create and live a beautiful life. This energy reminds us that we are abundant, and abundance is always on offer to us as long as we attune our mindsets towards it. Use this energy to focus on the abundant blessings of your life and the world around you. It will help ease any tensions or sluggishness that Mars retrograde may bring. You will see that we are very much in a yin and yang kind of energy, right? The universe is really trying to help balance things out. But you're going to find, like in your smaller circles, like in like your immediate family, like in your friendship circles, that you are going to have people that are very much going through the transformation stage. And you are going to have people that are very grounded and balanced. And neither is right and neither is wrong. Both are required to have a full balance on the grand scale. But this is where having these little insights, checking in, right? Knowing what's going on, empowers you. Because you get the choice of which path you're going to take. And if you feel like you are meant to transform, if you feel you are being called to shed, if you feel like you are being called to dig deep, take that route. If you have been doing all of those things and you feel like it's time for you to rest up a little bit, if you feel like it's time for you to go and collect your reward, right? Get all of the things that you've been working hard towards. If it's time for you to kick up your feet and be in that divine feminine and just receive, then do that. Only you know the most empowering path for you to take in this moment. Hello, Zen. Okay. September 11th, the sun goes opposite Neptune. So Neptune is sometimes associated with viruses and unseen things. At this time, we may receive some news or updates around the pandemic. Alternatively, we may feel confused and receive conflicting information. I feel like we've been having that all along, but it might just be amped up a little bit more. Or if you've been feeling like maybe the pole of what's true, what's untrue is kind of a mental game for yourself, I feel like you're going to receive the clarity on in the external validation of things just not starting to make sense or being things like flip-flopping, okay? So while this may be about the pandemic, it may also manifest in our personal lives as well. We may feel a sense of conflict about whether to do something or not, or what is the best course of action. When we feel uncertain, it is always better to wait until clarity arises. The energy is very good for intuitive work, so pay attention to that small, still voice within. So instead of making a decision in the emotions and in the moment, just take a little bit of downtime. Get a little bit more collected, a little bit more centered. And then take the step. It's okay to pause. Right? It's okay to pause. Be like, which feels better? Which makes sense? Where is my heart pulling? What's lighting the fire? What am I being activated to do? Right? Because what happens is when we make the choice in the emotions, once that emotion goes, generally so does our confidence that we have, right? In making that choice. Like, have you ever been like, you've been caught up and you're like, yes. And then you like do something or you sign up for something and then you're just like, I wish I hadn't have done that. Like once the excitement is gone, and the heart pull and the energy to invest into that is dissipated. So take a moment, take the time out, take the pause. And then September 13th, we have Jupiter going direct. The largest planet in our solar system is turning direct in the sign of Capricorn. This is great energy. However, we may have to wait a few weeks before we can really harness it. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So we may find that an area of our life that we had been working on suddenly expands in some way. Maybe we are able to reach for more opportunities, or we may find that our hard work starts to be rewarded. Think back to what you were working on or focused on around May, as this may receive a beautiful burst and boost in energy in the weeks to come. September 17th, we have the new moon in Virgo. And the new moon sends powerful waves reminding us to connect with the wisdom and the power of our body. It guides us to not live in fear and to remember the innate strength and wisdom we all have within. This new moon brings waves of healing energy and the promise of a fresh new start. September 22nd, we have the equinox and the Libra season. So the equinox brings the start of Libra season and equal hours of night and day. And we are moving out of earthy Virgo into an air sign that is all about balance. There will be a focus on others and how our actions and even our thoughts are impacting the world around us. The equinox is also a power day where the veil between dimensions is thin. So we can use the equinox energies for intuitive work and connecting with our loved ones on the other side. And as these main as these main energy I will be sharing more information with you guys all around it to really kind of dig deep and get activated and aware around the energy. So this is just kind of like, setting the calendar, the little bit of the highlights. And as these power moves come in, we will be zeroing in on them even more, okay? And then September 28th, Saturn turns direct, and after being in retrograde since May. As Saturn begins moving forward again, it will be covering the last few degrees of Capricorn and preparing to make its way into Aquarius come December, where it's going to remain for the next 2.5 years. This is a huge energy shift and definitely one to watch as it gets closer. With Saturn moving direct, we may notice information around the government's authority figures or those in positions of power coming to the surface. We may also experience a revisit of events that were taking place around February. The 29th, Mars squares Saturn, and this is the second Mars squares Saturn alignment this year. We just had the other one at the beginning of the week. And it indicates growing tension and unrest, with Saturn just moving direct, the day before. Its energy will be strong, and we may see a push-pull with those in power positions. We may also feel a growing sense of irritability on unrest in our own lives. This alignment challenges us to go within and clear all that is making us feel insecure, feel fearful, or unloved. It wants us to sit with our angst so we can understand what it is trying to show us. Okay, so September is a big month that kickstarts a journey into wrapping up the transformative energies of 2020. Even though we may still be feeling the shifting energies very strongly, we can also tune into the energy of protection that is being offered to us over this month. Okay, so it's a bit of a shift from the last couple of months where we were really being asked to lean back and relax and rest in our energy. Now we are kind of like being asked to be aware. Be aware, be conscious of what is going on around you. And kind of like the part that you play in it as well. So, we are using the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards this week. Maybe this one's a little bit less shiny. There we go. Okay. And we are going to be offering 6 cards of insight from the Oracle for this week. So I'm just going to ask everybody that is on, or if you were catching the replay, to take a moment. Let's close our eyes. Deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. And again. Creating space. Opening our heart centers, inviting in our higher selves, our guides, bringing in awareness to receiving a niggle, a knowing, a symbol, a message, guiding us to a number between 1 and 6 that is going to connect us with a message of empowerment or clarity, understanding, confirmation that we need to know and hear at this time. Allowing this message to be received. Thanking your guides, your higher self, source energy. Opening your eyes and sharing your number between 1 and 6 in the comments. Let me know. My number is 3 for this week. And I just want to kind of like drop in while I'm here live that if you guys are local, if you are a local lady, on September 12th, I will be co-hosting a grounding goddess workshop here in Coquitlam. It will be an outside event, so we can adhere to the social distancing rules. But we are going to have an afternoon filled with grounding our energy, activating the inner goddess, being led through meditations, movement, earthing rituals, and it's all going to be captured by my beautiful friend and my beautiful client, Shelley Bond of Love, Light, and the Silver Lining. Her 1 year kind of like contract of working with me is coming to an end. So I want to really highlight and celebrate the magnificent, magical being that she is, and she has embarked in connecting your spiritual awakening with photography and catching and those moments of transformation and reawakening in photos. You will see that I have shared some photos of myself in the forest lately in the blue dress, in the blue flowing dress. Those were all taken by her. So you'll get her keen eye and my activating energy. So it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be epic. And we are limiting it to 10 local ladies. We have a early bird pricing until I think September 5th, I think is what I had said, September 5th for $111, which is like, what? So you get all of that stuff and you get a photo. You get a goddess photo to take home. Well, emailed to you, you know, to capture the transformation of your energy of that day. So spaces are limited for that, and pricing, like regular price, will go up to like $199. So early bird is until September 5th, $111. Okay, so card number 1. We've got Laura's got 1 and 6. Kayla has 5. Carolyn has 1 and 6. We've got Alice with 3. We've got Melissa with 6. We've got Jen with 4 and 6. We've got Mandy with 3. Robin 1 and 6. Amanda 3. Melanie 3 and 4. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, it is going to be a next level event. And I'm super excited for it. Super, super excited about it, right? Because it's coming on the cusp of a lot of powerful shifts in September. So kind of just like right smack dab in the middle of all of the transformational energy. You get me for an afternoon to help you recenter and connect to your own energy and maybe see which path you are meant to be on at this time a little bit more clear. So Kristen's got 3 and 5. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Okay. Okay, so card number 1 that is coming through is Bast. Let me just, because I've got the 2 screens again. And it is independent. Right, what do we do? And it says, your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And the message is coming through with this card. There's a lot of glare. I'm sorry. But the message that is coming through with this card really is about shedding. Like shedding the need for external validation. It is shedding the relationships of codependency. It's really about reclaiming your power and coming back into your own. Like really coming back into your full self. Like I see like fragments of energy that are just kind of like shot all over the place. But in those fragments, there are little strings, and this is about you pulling back on the strings to make your energy whole again. Like you've kind of like split your energy so many times that the clarity and understanding of who you really are has become foggy. So you are being called to pull those strings back in, become whole, and remember the power that is within. It's already existing. But you're going to feel more empowered energetically, right? When our little bubble is all back connected. There's no little missing pieces. Like it's like, you know, it's really, I don't even know. Because what I'm being shown is like, I don't know if you guys ever had them growing up, but they were like eggs, right? And then you put them into the water and then they grew and then they crackled and like the dinosaurs came out of them. But that's what I'm kind of feeling. It's like the reverse transformation of one of those dragon's eggs where you're pulling the shell back into yourself to create this beautiful full bubble of energy. Like to really feel fulfilled, like full. To feel full. To feel all of you. All parts of you. Again. So, Alice, I will send you a private message about the events. Yeah, goddess dress. Dress however you feel empowered. Because, like, look at some of the goddesses. Right? Look at some of the goddesses. Like, look at Kali. Right? Kali wasn't known for, you know, the flowing dresses. She was a badass. So, however you connect to your feminine, that's how you show up. Beautiful. Yes, Carolyn. I'm so glad that's dead on. It nailed it. Boop, boop. Right, I'm going to tell you a little secret. So this week, I have been working from home from my 9-to-5 job, which is a whole other story. I'm going to share that with you guys. Some other time. But I haven't done my makeup. I haven't done my hair. Well, I've washed, obviously I'm having showers and I'm doing my hair, but as far as styling, I did it once. I put makeup on once and I styled my hair once, and that was on Friday because I had a photo shoot. So, I'm just saying. I found that if I wear earrings, it actually distracts from having a naked face. So that's my little my little tidbit of information for you guys for the week, right? I've been living in dresses. I love dresses. I love the flow of them. I love how comfortable they are. I love the way that they feel on my skin. I love how sensual they make me feel. But yeah, I'm just loving it. So this glow that you mentioned earlier, Robin. Oh, no filter. This is what being in empowerment and being in your truth, and really, like, this is my inner light. This is me. This is really me radiating from a heart space. So thank you. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that, Christina. That's beautiful. So card number 2, we have Sedna. So let me just bring it up here. More. There we go. Okay. And it says infinite supply. And it says, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And the message that actually is coming up with this card, if you chose number 2, or if you're just jumping on, close your eyes, take a moment, and choose your number, or allow that number to come through you between 1 and 6. That is going to be most aligned with the energy, the message, the insight, the clarity that you need to hear at this time. So card number 2. Okay, so the message that is coming through with this card really is about releasing control. Releasing the need to know all of the things, and really have like the outline of your life written out before you are ready and willing to take the next step. Hello, Amber. So if you chose card number 2, I'm going to say this part, but I know that it's not going to necessarily resonate with everyone who chose card number 2, but there are people on here or watching the replay that are going to need to hear this part. But this is really about your spiritual journey and your connection to spirit. And I feel like you have been in a state of, I've done all the work. Like, show me, like, show me the sign, sign. Where's my rewards? When are they coming? Like, it's almost like, there is like this anxiety about things not unfolding the way that you want them to, but it's because you've actually haven't stopped. You haven't taken the break to allow essentially like the universe to kind of catch up to you and to deliver to you. It's like you're just like going and going and going and going and going and going and going, which is great. But if you don't stop, your ability to receive, your ability to see what is actually coming to you is not there. So if you chose card number 2, it's like almost like a message from the universe. Like, we hear you. We understand. We see the vision with you. Continue to live in a balance. And it will come through. Okay, so give me 1 second here. So I complain about this all the time about how this new Facebook has really been like a pain in the butt around letting your videos just continue to stream. Every single time I go live in my group, I get cut off around like the 45-minute mark, and it's super annoying. So let me just jump back on so the ladies on there can get their messages, because it really sucks to be all like, pick a card, and then I like ghost them because of Facebook. So it's delayed, yeah. Continued readings, okay. So I'm just, sorry. So Kayla, so true, I've been feeling 2's energy lately, but right now I feel 5. Well, let's just see what 5 brings, right? Okay. So we are back. It's been like, yeah, I don't know what it is, like, Mandy, like every time I get to like the 45-minute mark, that's been like the magic number. It's just like booted. I don't like their new platform. It's just like, at least like work out all of the kinks and the bugs before you force me to use it, right? Like, okay, so luckily we were finished with card number 2, so we are not mid-card. Hello, Shelley. So we will continue. We will, you know, persevere and push through. And this is exactly why Spirit told me to go on my personal page and in the group for the next little while. So, a little bit of stability, right? Okay, so we are on card number 3. We are back live in the group. So, yeah, it was nice and ended at the end of the card, right? I'm gonna appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. I'm saying thank you, right? And if for whatever reason you are just jumping on, we are continuing on with our weekly Oracle Insight reading. We are going into card number 3, which is the number that I was, you know, downloaded to receive. But we are pulling 6 cards this evening. So just take a moment and allow your number between 1 and 6 to come through. Post it into the comments. If you chose card number 1 or 2, the replay is already up in the group. And you can watch it along with the energy report for September. All right, so card number 3, we have Dana, the High Priestess card. That says, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. So, we have so I am being shown really actually like to reflect back onto the September energy report in what I was kind of like saying to you guys and sharing with you guys around being aware of our own ripple effects and stepping into our truth and letting our light shine, because when we do it, we offer support and insight, but also empowerment to others around us to do the same. There is but okay. It's like sometimes we hold back because we fear that no one is going to get us. They are not going to resonate with what we are saying, and it's not going to make sense to them. And then the fear of having to explain ourselves or being judged blocks us. And I'm not going to say that's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that's not going to happen. But it's going to happen for a reason. Right? Because remembering who we are and why we are here and what we are meant to bring into this, this lifetime for ourselves personally, but also on a global scale. We have to start having those conversations. We have to start peeling back, those layers. We have to start inviting people in behind the curtain. And not everybody's going to get it. But the more that we shine our light, the more we allow ourselves to be radiant and to be activated, the more magnetic and attractive we become to the people we are meant to be calling in, the people that we are meant to be connecting to. And this goes on both ways. It could be people that we are meant to guide and inspire, but also people who will empower and inspire us. So if you chose card number 3, let me know if that makes sense for you. It makes sense to me. So, and I chose card number 3. Definitely makes sense to me. Just wait. Wait till Tuesday. Oops. When I jump on and really peel back the layers with you guys. We're really going to go deep behind the curtain on Tuesday. And I'm really, really excited. Really excited. Before, I would get I don't even know. Sometimes when you get so nervous that you have to pee 20 times, that's how I was. I have to go pee. You just want to pee. I have to go pee again. I have to go pee again. I have to go pee. I would have to pee so much that I wouldn't actually have the time to do what I wanted to do. And now I get activated. I get excited. And I look forward to having these conversations and sharing all of these parts of myself with you guys. So Christina, it totally makes sense, even though I didn't pick 3, but I have been doing this. Yes. If it resonates and you didn't pick the number, that's okay. Still a message that you can accept and take away. And it might just not be, you weren't guided to choose number 3 because you are already doing it. So you didn't need the extra reminder or insight or clarity this week, right? For me, this was a confirmation. This was a confirmation of exactly how I have the week planned out and the conversations that I really want to start getting into, the programs that are coming and launching, the inviting more people into my space and working with more one-on-one clients. There is so much being activated within myself that card number 3 for me was just a beautiful confirmation to continue to push forward, peel back the layers, and invite people in. Because for myself personally, I have really been all about building the fire, right? I have really been about radiating my light. I have really been about magnetizing and pulling people in, to the point where I was like, ah, shit, I think I'm radiating too much. Because I could see people starting to get a little triggered by my posts and by what I was saying. That I was just like, oh, maybe I need to reel it back in. But then I was like, no, you gotta take the leap, do more, right? Because for every person that follows off, 10 more come in. 10 more come in. And my purpose, my ripples become that much more predominant. And that's why I'm here. That was a total just like, blah, blah, blah. So we are on to card number 4. You are so welcome, Kristen. I'm so glad that makes sense. Amanda's feeling it. Yes, yes, yes. Alice resonates. Yes, yes. Card number 1's name again. Oh, you know what? It was Bast. And it was independence. Okay, so if you chose card number 4, never reel it back, right, Shelley? Never reel it back. Right? You've seen me. You've seen me fully naked in the energy sense of just all that I am. And you're still around, right? So Guinevere is coming through for card number 4, True Love. Okay, so let's just pull it up here. There we go. And who had card number 4? I feel like there was a lot of 4s. And it is the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Okay. Okay, so Jen's got number 4. Okay, so the message that is coming through with this card, with card number 4, actually really reflect back into a beautiful relationship with one's own self. There is a lot of healing and a lot of releasing around negative self-talk and self-awareness. I feel like this is really honing in on the physical, like the physical body, the physical appearance. Of just kind of like mirroring and this self-reflection of seeing your body for the beautiful, and powerful vessel that it is, like being grateful for the magic that it holds. And it's like the more that you adorn your vessel, it's like the more things just start to fall away. Like all the unalignment, all of the old beliefs, all of, the heartache, all of the disbelief around you weren't worthy, or you weren't worthy of success, you weren't worthy of love, you weren't worthy of respect because of your exterior persona. is all just being healed, and it's all just falling away. Like your truest love and your deepest love is the relationship within yourself. And I feel like for some, this could be an area, a journey that you have been on for a while, but now this is really where the transformation and the integration of all of these lessons and all of this information really start to be planted deep within yourself, and where things start to become second nature. Like these lessons become a part of you, and they transform you. They transform your thoughts. They transform your coding into your new self, into your new beliefs, into your new being. Let me know if that makes sense for you if you chose card number 4. Carolyn, I'm resonating with all of the cards so far. You are here for a reason. Yeah, here for a reason. All right, so card number 5. Shelly's not going anywhere. Yes. So card number 5. Definitely represent. Beautiful, Amber. Beautiful. Okay. Got them. Amber chose 4. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so card number 5, we have Damara. And it is guiding children. And it says, you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So card number 5 is actually coming through more of a message that I am kind of just meant to share than, I guess, necessarily a reading. And it is really about the mindset and energy of our children. And when I mean our children, I mean in a universal way, because my children are your children and your children are my children, and we are all here to, be of a community and help each other, right? And really be as one large unit and family. And but I feel like over the last 4 or 5 months, then okay, I'm just gonna kind of word this, but don't take it necessarily for word value. This is me being kind of like trying to bring spirit through on my human side. So there might be a little bit of, but I feel like our children have kind of been forgotten about. Their mental stability, their energy has not necessarily been on the forefront. I find that it has been a lot of like just wanting to protect our children from what is actually happening in the real world, and on a global scale. And with school starting back up and kind of the push and the pull of sending them back into these new classroom settings, into these new social distance rules, or continuing to hold them back into the bubble. And while I'm not here to tell you what is right and what is not right, I do feel like there is a truth that needs to be shared with our children that is going to help to dissipate some of the fear, but also empower them. And empower them in a way to dispel their own fears. That sometimes it is easy for us as adults and parents to think that kids just don't understand and they don't really know what's going on. But card number 5 is really just bringing through a message of having open lines of communication with your children. Like whether this is your immediate children or if you are working with children, we are really doing a disservice by hiding or limiting the facts that we share with them. But like I said, like at one thing, like, it's like, don't forget about the children. But also it's like telling me to, we want to empower our children with truth. Because our children really are the future. They are going to be the ones that have the power and have the ability to really make the changes that we that we seek at this time the new norm, the new truth, the foundation moving forward. That if we omit them at this time, we are at a great disservice on a larger scale. So if you chose card number 5, let me know if that makes sense for you, because that was actually a really different channeling than what I am used to when we kind of do these cards. It's a little bit more, I don't know, I guess like I would even say like political than insight. It's more of a message, I guess. It's a message from spirit versus insight. So if you chose card number 5, let me know if that makes sense for you. So Kristen, perfect 5 for me. I'm an education assistant and at university taking child youth care counselor. Definitely feeling this card. Definitely guided to help empower them to let go of fears. Yes, perfect. Shelley, that's always been my motto. Yes, I love that. Okay. And then we've got card number 6, which will be the last card for the week. Okay, so card number 6, we have Cordelia. Okay, I'm gonna get it into both screens here, and it says go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. And I feel like this message, like the message that's coming through with this card is both, a literal and a figurative kind of a thing. I feel like there is the need to get outside and connect with nature. Not necessarily for a sense of grounding, but for balance, like a balancing in your energy. Though grounding is what It's like the grounding is what causes the reaction. But what we're really trying to go after, like what we're trying to embrace, what we are inviting in, is the calm and the serenity, like that energy. That's the energy that you are needing to balance with at this time. And it naturally just occurs when we go outside. Like the power of Mother Gaia is one that is so hard to put into words, that she has like magic beyond our understanding in this realm, where we are absorbed into her beautiful embrace the moment we put our feet on the ground. It is the warmest embrace of a mother that quickly dispels anxieties, overwhelm, even contentment. Her energy is pure, it is love. We are cradled and we are supported. But the other message that is coming through with this is really just a reminder to take a break. To take a break. Don't put the blinders on and just make it about getting to the finish line. We miss out on so much in life when we put, that laser focus on and we just push forward. I feel like somebody actually needs to hear this, to have permission to take a rest. So I'm giving you that permission. Take some time out for yourself to do whatever it is that you want to do. Because it's not necessarily about a physical rest where you need to go and have a nap and put your feet up. It's also about a mental rest. So go for a walk, go and get the ice cream, go and watch the movie, get up and dance. It's really about getting out of your head and getting into your heart. So if you chose card number 6, let me know if that makes sense for you. So I want to thank you guys all for jumping on and being here this evening for the September Energy Insight, as well as the Oracle Insight readings for the week. I hope it has brought some clarity, maybe some peace and some understanding to you. Like I said, I am going to be live in the group Soulfilled Society on Tuesday evening, and I invite you to come into the space if you are not already a part of the community. I'm going to be sharing a part of my journey, peeling back the layers, opening the curtains, and inviting you deeper into my world. If you are interested in the Grounding Goddess workshop that is happening locally on September 12th, a beautiful afternoon of connecting to the inner goddess through grounding work, through meditation, through activation, through sacred ritual, and having the energy and the awakening captured through photography, please reach out. The spots are limited, and early bird pricing is on until September 5th for only $111. I am so excited to invite you guys further into my world into my energy and really, really wrap up 2020 with a bang. I'm sending you guys all so much love, so much light, and enjoy the rest of your weekends. Bye.